the way you see yourself is holding you back from so many things. Because nowadays, so many people have put such limiting identities on themselves, and it's making their growth and progression in any areas of life worse. An easy example to see here is I can't go to the gym because I'm too weak. What? There's actually people who think this. And if you're thinking that same way, like you're too weak so you can't go to the gym, I don't want to like judge you, but that's definitely not how you should think. Because why do people go to the gym? To get strong. Anybody who goes to the gym isn't just instantly strong. People go there to go from weak to strong, or skinny to muscular, or fat to muscular. You can't always just expect to start out at the final outcome, or you can't expect people to judge you because you're not at the final outcome. That identity that you put on yourself, you're too weak, is not only stopping you from becoming not weak, but it's just limiting your mind in so many ways to where you're never going to grow. Because if you think like that for the gym, you probably think like that in many other areas. So let's say you wanted to be like an engineer as your job. Oh, I really wanted to be an engineer, but I'm just not smart enough. You're lying to yourself. You may not realize it, but you're lying to yourself. You may think you're not smart enough, but that's a lie. That's a self-limiting identity. You're limiting your capabilities because you are smart enough. You just have to put in, like, maybe you have like a learning disorder. You just have to put in some extra work. If you know like all of David Goggins' stories, you'll know he was a paramedic, I believe, or that's what he's doing now, or recently, whatever. He had a learning disorder, so he had to reread the same page over and over and over and over again, just the same one page, just to get it down and remember it. Like, some people have to put in that extra work, but that doesn't mean you're not smart enough to do it. You can do anything you put your mind to. What's another identity? Hold on, let me think. A big one nowadays. I'm too short, so I won't be able to get a girlfriend, or I'm not attractive to people. That's what I used to do myself, because I'm short. I'm like 5'6", and I'm be like, oh, no one's gonna like me because I'm short. But that's turned out to be not the case, because every girl I've been with is like, I don't really care. So it was a limiting belief. If I just sat there and believed, oh, I'm not gonna try and get a girlfriend, I'm not even gonna think about it because I'm too short, that's dumb. Why would I even used to think like that? Why did I used to think like that? That's crazy. My identity was holding me back from doing something I actually wanted to do for no reason at all. It's just my brain convincing me that I'm not good enough, which is never the case. You're always able to do something. You're always able to become better in areas you're weak in. Like I said, if you think you're weak, you can still go to the gym and be strong. Just because you are weak at one point in your life doesn't mean you have to stay at that point, and doesn't mean you have to just identify yourself that way for the rest of your life. If you grew up and you were the bigger kid, like you were a little chunky, you don't have to identify that way for the rest of your life just because that's how you grew up. If you want to change that, if you really want to not be that person anymore, you can do that. You can do that. You don't have to hold yourself back and just say, oh, this is how I grew up, this is how people know me, I just can't change. No. If you actually want to change, do that. Just because you were chunky when you're younger doesn't mean you have to stay that way. And that can go for so many things, like I've already pointed out. But you have to realize, whatever limiting belief you have or identity that you put on yourself, you have to think about this, because it might not be as simple as it seems. Like I said, I used to have that limiting the belief that I was too short to get a girlfriend. Why would I think that? Because now I've had girlfriends, and it hasn't been a problem at all. It's just been something my brain made up, and I'm like, oh, I'm not cool because I'm short. I made that up. People don't really care as much as you think. So why would you put that identity on yourself? So yes, that's what I want you to take from this video. Think of things that you want to do, but you don't do because you have that identity that you put on yourself. And just take it away. Pretend you never thought that. Just do what you want. Put your mind to it. Like I said, if you're that weak person, don't let being weak make you not go to the gym. Everyone starts somewhere. So yes, if you enjoyed this video and you learned and you understand that your identity can hold you back, please let me know down in the comments how you're going to apply this to your own life. And if you enjoyed this video, I appreciate you. If you like the video, and subscribe, and just comment down any comments. So that being said, don't let your identity hold you back, and have a good day.